But few took it from college to the pros at guard like Joe DeLamiellure did from Michigan State to the Buffalo Bills.
Saban recognized the gifts and tailored an offense to display them appropriately. Line coach Jim Ringo crafted an offensive front of Foley, Green, McKenzie, DeLamiellure, Montler, and the electric company was formed to turn loose the juice.
First of all, how did they coin the term the electric company?
There used to be a cartoon called The Electric Company. It was a cartoon. I don't know what it was about, but it wasn't about football. And the PR guy, Bud Dahlman, his kid said, "Hey, I got a great name, a nickname, The Electric Company. They turn loose the juice." That's how it came from, like a 9 or 10-year-old kid. And that's how it got stuck.
So your rookie year, and name the electric company. Refresh our recollection.
What's really kind of funny is the guys who are on The Electric Company, Paul Seymour and Reggie McKenzie, we're all from Detroit. And I played with Paul all through grade school, like we played against each other. And I knew Reggie. And then Foley, it was Reggie McKenzie and me at the guards, Montler at center, Donnie Green, who's here this week. I'm going to see him tomorrow. And Reggie McKenzie, who I just talked to before when the phone rang. And we still stay in touch every day. I mean, not every week at least I talk to these guys.
Who was the center?
Mike Montler.
Okay.
And he was from Columbus, Ohio, but he went to Colorado. It was all Big Ten guys.
1973 year when there's such a focus, such a media focus on Simpson's surge towards Brown's record. What you guys as a group, did you spend time together as a group?
Oh yeah, we talked about it all the time. Once he got 1,000 yards, we said he can get 2,000 because he got 1,007. We played 14 games. I told Reggie, even at Michigan, if we double it, it'll be 2,000. You know, he's an MSU. I'm an MSU. He's a U of M guy. We're teasing him. We said, yeah, we could do the same thing. We'll get 2,000. Yeah. And we did. And it was, you know, it was just fun. It was a great time in our country, I think.
And now it's for the 2,000, boys. OJ running left. OJ, 5 more. There it is. They did it. I just wonder if the three of us at this moment fully realize what it is to watch OJ Simpson run for 2,000 yards in one season.
The Dolphins, that's quite a hits us home here.
Yeah, we're all in. I just did a thing with Nick Bonacani. You're bringing all these things up. I was just with Nick Bonacani. He's a Hall of Fame guy, and he's bragging about his Super Bowl ring. I said, you should give me a little bit of that, too. You beat us so many times. You would have never got there without us, the Bills.
Weren't the Bills 0 for the decade?
0 for 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I was there the day when you actually won. It was the opening day.
Yeah, I got traded the next year they won.
Yeah, I know.
Seriously. But I went to Cleveland, and they had the same deal with the Steelers. They couldn't beat them, and we beat the Steelers. Yeah. So, but it wasn't the same feeling. I wish I would have stayed.
Yeah. Lou Saban.
Oh, Lou Saban.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I got a hold of him, and I gave him the book, and he said, this whole league didn't turn out how I thought it would, Joe. It's not how I planned it. Because Lou Saban he coached with his heart. I loved him, and there isn't a player who played for him who didn't love him. But he just couldn't get along with Mr. Wilson. And so from that, he was the best coach I ever had. I really enjoyed playing for him.
And also Jim Ringo.
Jim Ringo was my line coach. I was in heaven with those guys.
Your book has a lot of interesting anecdotes and a couple which are funny stuff.
Yeah, it is fun. I tried to make the whole thing funny.
And you entitled this section, No, wait, she is on fire. It's a segment dealing with J.D.
Oh,
Hill.
J.D. Hill. We'd watch film, like the film would be coming, and then J.D. Hill, through the whole film, he'd go, no, wait, stop the film. We're looking for a big play of his. It wasn't a big play at all. His girlfriend sat in front of, like, high row. Back then they used hairspray. Her hair caught on fire. It was a big puff of smoke. Then the big puff of smoke goes in front of the thing. There it is. That's when her hair caught on fire. So. Then my favorite one of those is, we went in, how many people in here are Catholic? Good, the whole room is almost.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, we had priests would come and say mass before church, before the game. So we're playing New York, the Jets, and we got this little room. I mean, it is so confined, the priest can hardly move to come around the front of the altar and all that. So he's lighting the candles, blah, blah. The priest's going on. It's communion time. He walks around in front of his thing, body of Christ, body of Christ. All of a sudden, Lou Saban gets up off the bench and knocks him down and rolls him down. His vestment caught fire. And like it poof, went up. And the priest, he didn't even bat an eye. He just stood up. His vestments are singed. Body of Christ. Body of Christ. And then Saban, after the thing, Saban says, you know, I heard of the burning sacrament, but this is ridiculous. Then another time we were playing, when things were really bad, we lost a lot of games. We were playing the Dolphins. And how many people, the Jills, right? What do a professional team have Jills for? I could never figure that out. But the Jills run in front of the Buffalo Bills. Bob Kuchenberg, one of the Dolphins, reaches around and grabs one of the girls' butt. And the girl wheels, and it's Joe Devlin standing there. He didn't see Kuchenberg do this. Joe Devlin's our right tackle. The girl wheeled and nailed him in the nose. His nose is bleeding. This is before the game. And he's in the locker room with the thing. Jim Ringo comes in. What happened to him? I said, Coach, you don't want to know. He said, what happened? I said, a Jill hit him in the nose. He just took off. Saban used to make us run. So Marquette would get out no football equipment, no face mask, helmet, all this. And Saban pretend like he's all upset this time. Run down to the van and back. This is like a good quarter of a mile and back. Well, when you go down there, Marquette's in full gear. You got to imagine this guy's like this big. We used to say, I can say this. We say if Marquette had farted, he'd get sand in his shoes. He had the shortest legs of any man you've ever seen. And if you know those stalls when you walked in, like you walk in, no, nobody's under there. You open the door, Marquette may be sitting there. His feet would be up like this. So he was that type of guy. So he was down there in full gear, beer and chicken wings. We couldn't come in until we had it all gone. So those times have changed, though. It's never like that. It's all big business and things. But
What's your highlight?
really, getting into the Hall of Fame was my after thing.
Talk about just getting that phone call. You waited some time, and there was, you clearly were on the short list.
They brought 15 guys in, and they bring you to San Diego, or that's where they're going to announce the Hall of Fame. It's before the Super Bowl. They put you on a hotel, and they said, if we don't call you by 12 o'clock, you're not in. We can't call everybody, so if you don't get the call by 12 o'clock, you're not in. So this is my first time ever doing this, and it was my 13th year of being eligible, and I got into these finals. So I tell my wife, look, if I don't get it by 12 o'clock, I'm not in. So about 10 after 12, I call her. I go, I guess I'm not in. She goes, no, they delayed it. It's delayed. They said it's delayed for 15 or 20 minutes or something wrong. So maybe you'll get in. I hung up the phone. Next call was the Hall of Fame, and I got.
The only thing different about Joe's heart was that it came in size huge. Joe DeLamiellure, folks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And, it's kind of funny. You guys believe in Lilydale? Yeah, we all do. Well, this is really weird. I signed my first contract on Friday the 13th, April 13th, 1973, and Harvey Johnson did not want me to sign that on Friday the 13th. He said, I'm very superstitious. There's 13 letters. No, it's Friday the 13th. I said, no. He said, it's Friday the 13th. I won't sign it. I'll put it the 14th. I go, no, sign it. There's 13 letters in my last name. It might be lucky. I signed it on Friday the 13th. Little did I know, this will freak you out. I played for 13 years. I was my 13th year of eligibility to be in the Hall of Fame. It came across the wire at 3:13. I was the 13th modern offensive lineman to go in the Hall of Fame. Then I started thinking of all the other 13s in my life, because then I started getting funny. My name is Joseph Michael. There's 13 letters in Joseph Michael. I wear a size 13. But Michigan State had 13 letters in it. And I could go on and on. 13 keeps coming up over and over in my life all the time. And that's pretty weird. And in the book I said, I listed 13 things, and my daughter says, oh my God, there's 13 things that you listed, ironically. So that's kind of strange.
Can't thank you enough. And so on behalf of everybody, to Fred, to Joe, and to all the folks who have been here, I want to just a hearty thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.